Happy Friday, everybody. Here's this week's PRG Friday message. So right now, interest rates are sitting at 6.67% for a 30-year conventional loan. Of course, the higher the interest rates are, the harder it is the less affordable homes are. So I expect rates to keep kind of ping-pong in between 6 and 7% for the next few months. Maybe towards the end of the year. Hopefully next year, things will start to come down a little bit interest rate-wise. New listings versus new pendings. So as of Wednesday, there were 568 new listings for the week versus 680 new pendings. So new pendings are still greatly outnumbering new listings, which I'm seeing that myself. I've got buyers writing offers not getting accepted too. I've got one buyer, we've written 15 strong offers and we're still getting beat out. So we're hoping that, soon we'll get one to pop. Our listing presentation. So back in February, I emailed everybody a listing presentation I've been working on my entire career. It's a never-ending project, always getting fine-tuned. I've included that in this email with this video again. I highly recommend looking through it. You don't have to use the listing presentation, but it's got literally everything you could need in it. So if you're, and I've got it in a Word doc for you so you can tailor it to you. So you can put your own name on there. You can edit the property address. You can add to it, take from it, whatever you want to do. Recently, I had an agent reach out with help pricing a home and asking how they'd market it. And I said, have you looked at the listing presentation I emailed over? And they had not. And so I emailed it to them again. They looked at it and they're like, oh, wow, this answers all my questions. So if you haven't looked at that listing presentation yet, I highly recommend looking at it and using it. There's more information than you're ever going to need in there, and no seller is going to sit there with you and go through the entire thing. But at the very least, it shows that you've put time and thought into what you're doing. And it also shows that, we have an answer to almost any question they may have. So whether they go over it with you or not, later on when you leave, you don't know. They might look through it and that might be the edge that you have over another agent to get the listing. So I highly recommend giving it a look, tailoring it to the way you'd like to have it, and using it. Now, lead generation, I spoke a little bit about that last week. I'm going to speak a little bit more to it. So when I played football in high school, we had two bread and butter plays: Tight Rip 88 Superpower and Tight Liz 99 Superpower. We ran those plays every drive, multiple times per drive, and we had a lot of success with it. But with that said, those were not the only two plays we ran. We had about 20 other plays that we'd run as well, but we always went back to the superpower plays because those were our bread and butter. That's the same thing with prospecting. Our bread and butter is working our database and social media. Does that mean you can't try other plays or try other ways of lead generation? No, it doesn't. You can try anything you want to try, but it should not replace working your database. It should not replace posting to social media. Those two things are almost a must-do for lead generation, and you've got to be consistent with it. And to that, being consistent with it, when we ran our plays, if we didn't run 88 Superpower, 99 Superpower, but we came right out the bat with, our counter play or a tight two wedge or a dive play, and those were all we ran, we were getting away from what we do and we wouldn't be as successful. But we get in there, we established what we were doing well, and frankly, we kicked everyone's asses throughout all of high school. So run your bread and butter, do the lead generation. It's going to lead to results that that will make you successful in real estate. I spoke to Kevin Young this morning with Guild Mortgage. They just rolled out a new 100% financing conventional program, which sounds like a pretty great program to me. So the way it would work would be it's technically 97% down conventional with up to 4% down as a second mortgage worked into the same loan. So sounds like a good opportunity for some of our buyers. So I recommend reaching out to Kevin Young. His phone number is 207-671-1019 and finding out a little bit more about that program. Also, something kind of fun that's coming up. We now have a mascot. So our mascot is going to be my wife, Audrey, dressed up in a gorilla suit. And every week she's going to go out in the gorilla suit, change the sign to say something new, wave at cars for a little bit. Something that would be kind of fun and maybe draw some attention to us. At the same time, if you want the gorilla to show up to an open house that you're doing, let us know. Or if you think you can utilize the gorilla in any other way, let us know. Other than that, everyone have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you. And if you need anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks.